Alright, you want a Hawkmoon. I'm here to teach you how to Hawkmoon. Let's first go over everything you probably already know. Hawkmoon is a 140 hand cannon with base stats of 57 range, 67 stability, 74 handling, 63 reload, 93 aim assist, and 14 zoom. Starts off with a base magazine of 8, but with the catalyst brings that bad boy up to 9. Now, what does the catalyst do? As you can see here, Hunter's Trace, increase the magazine size, grants increased handling, reload speed, and weapon range based on the number of stacks of paracausal shots. What are paracausal shots? Glad you asked. Paracausal shots, final blows and precision hits with Hawkmoon, grants stacks of paracausal shots. The final round in the magazine deals bonus damage based on the number of stacks. Stowing Hawkmoon on the final round removes the bonus. Paracausal shots, each headshot you get will give you 1 stack of paracausal shot. Starting at 3 paracausal shots, you will be able to reliably 2-tap an enemy, but you cannot 2-tap with starting at 2 paracausal shots. Then at 6 paracausal shots, you'll be able to 1-tap to the head any guardian. Then at the max paracausal, which is 7, you will be able to body shot your opponent. A little trick that I like to use when using Hawkmoon is utilizing the perk on the legs hand cannon holster. If you don't know, when storing your hand cannon holster will slowly reload your handgun. It will keep the stacks of paracausal shots on your Hawkmoon when you store it. The only thing is if it reloads the weapon fully, i.e. if you put it away at, like, let's say 7 or 8 rounds in the magazine and it reloads all the way back to the maximum of 9, you will lose all paracausal shots. Okay, let's go over some of the perks on the Hawkmoon. I will first talk about the ones I like the least. The first ones I want to talk about are Quick Draw and Snapshot Sights. Both of those are fantastic perks elsewhere, but Hawkmoon has a natural high handling speed that it's almost unnecessary. Another one that I don't necessarily like all too much is Hipfire Grip. That doesn't mean that it's bad though. One of the issues you can have with a hand cannon is it being quite lacking in like almost shotgun range. So being able to reliably hip fire this weapon can sometimes score you a few kills. The perks that I would rank above Snapshot, Hipfire, and Quick Draw: Killing Wind, Moving Target, and Surplus. Killing Wind's going to give you a buff after getting a kill. Can help improve certain stats like the range, mobility, handling, and the ADS movement speed. I love Killing Wind on pulse rifles, but I don't really like it on the Hawkmoon. I feel like the Hawkmoon has better perks offered. Moving Target is really nice, increasing that movement speed when aiming down sights, also giving you plus 10 aim assist, and one of the benefits of the Hawkmoon is having a really high aim assist. So Moving Target when aiming down sights is going to give you the max amount of aim assist. The next perk I want to talk about is Surplus. Surplus being one of my favorite perks to drop. The increase in handling and stability when you have almost max abilities will basically max out the handling and stability, making the Hawkmoon feel really smooth when firing it. I know that if I feel like using the Hawkmoon, I will always use my Surplus. So I would highly recommend players who are newer to using hand cannons to try and find a Surplus roll on the Hawkmoon. Alright, the 3 top perks that I would recommend on the Hawkmoon. Third place, I would go with Eye of the Storm. Now if you don't know, Eye of the Storm will, when your health gets lower, basically gives you aim assist. In a sense, extra aim assist, more handling. Eye of the Storm is a very good dueling perk, but personally I feel there's 2 perks that are above this. Next one I want to talk about is Opening Shot. I love Opening Shot. We'll never stop loving Opening Shot, giving you 20 aim assist on the first shot, extra range on the first shot. With Opening Shot, when you engage on an enemy and you get that first shot in, you're more likely to get the headshot, which will help stack the paracausal shot. Now the last one I want to talk about is a no-brainer. If you've been playing Destiny for a while, you know how good and how well loved Rangefinder is. Aiming down the weapon is going to increase your zoom magnification, which means higher range, increasing that kill distance on your Hawkmoon. The only thing I would say is that Rangefinder may be the top perk, but it can be a little tricky for newer players, or players who aren't used to hand cannons. That Rangefinder zoom really does mess with you when you're engaging on close quarters combat. In my opinion, I'd actually put Opening Shot over Rangefinder, but those two are very close in ranking. I do believe if you can master the weapon, that Rangefinder is going to benefit you more than some of the other perks. For barrels, I would recommend finding something to increase your range more. Again, with the Hawkmoon having a naturally high stability and handling, you can make sacrifices in the barrels that may decrease your stability or handling just a bit, especially if you were to get surplus, because it's going to naturally increase these to almost maximum. So something like surplus and full bore to get that maximum range aren't going to be as much as a sacrifice to your stability and handling. Other than that, I wouldn't recommend full bore for players who maybe not as used to using hand cannons. You can get very similar range with something like hammer forged rifling or small bore, which helps both stability and range. And stability is a very good stat on hand cannons. With a higher stability, the more reliable your hand cannon's going to feel when engaging on opponents. Something like polygonal rifling, Something like polygonal rifling giving you +9 stability isn't terrible, but you really want to be looking for perks that increase this range, giving your Hawkmoon a higher kill distance. So in my opinion, I like probably small bore the best, increasing the stability and the range. Also, hammer forged rifling is really good. If you can sacrifice the stability and handling, full bore giving you that +13 is never bad. Again, full bore with surplus, two amazing perks together. I would avoid extended barrel because you really don't need that recoil control. Hawkmoon naturally has a high recoil direction, and extended barrel gives 9 range but loses 9 handling, when you can get automatically 9 range with hammer forged rifling and not lose any handling. Corkscrew rifling, giving +4 to each stability, range, and handling. That is a decent barrel perk. Of course, I do think that there are better ones. Arrowhead break, chambered compensator, fluted barrels. I basically would say that all of these are lower on the with Hawkmoon. Fluted barrel, you don't need the increase in handling and stability all too much. Again, Hawkmoon, naturally high stability and handling. You're mainly looking for that range increase. For the grip perks, the worst one you could probably get is combat grip, because again, you don't need that increase in recoil direction, and with this perk, you're losing the ability to get much better perks. I think the best grip is smooth grip, giving you +4 in both stability and handling. Something like heavy grip, sacrificing the high handling for more stability. You're not going to really feel the lower handling. Again, already naturally high handling. Textured grip, another fantastic grip. You're not going to really feel the low stability on the Hawkmoon, especially if you do happen to get small bore. Kind of it evens it out. Polymer grip, giving that straight +9 bump to handling. That's going to be really good. Every perk except combat grip are all good perks. You can't go wrong with really any of these. Now, let's go over some rolls that I think are really good and things that you should keep an eye out for if Xur is selling them. Combinations of Full Bore, Surplus, and Smooth Grip. This roll is fantastic. Full Bore and giving you that plus 13 in range, increasing that kill distance. Surplus, countering the negative effects that Full Bore brings, basically going to max out your stability and handling with max abilities. Then Smooth Grip, also countering Full Bore's negative decrease to stability and handling. Now, like I said, if you can handle Full Bore's negative effects to stability and handling, something like Full Bore and Rangefinder, basically going to give you the maximum range on your hand cannon. The roll that I'm looking for that I was never actually able to get when the quest was around, I was desperately searching for Small Bore, Opening Shot, and Smooth Grip. I was in a desperate search for Opening Shot. I already had a Rangefinder roll and a Surplus roll. I was really looking for this Opening Shot. Unfortunately, I could not secure it. Now I am at the mercy of Xur selling a Opening Shot Hawkmoon on Fridays. So if you ever see Xur selling decent rolls of the Hawkmoon, I highly recommend spending the currency to get it. Hawkmoon is a fantastic feeling hand cannon, one of the best. Paracausal shots are so fun to use in a 6v6 match. Also very good for trials, especially if you have enemies that are playing it slow. Stacking up those paracausal shots to hopefully get either a 2-tap or a 1-tap is amazing. The perks that I would stay away from are Quick Draw, Snapshot, Hipfire Grip. Hipfire Grip is a good perk if you know how to use it, but I just feel that there are better perks offered. The top 3 perks I would look for: Eye of the Storm, Opening Shot, and Rangefinder. The top 2 being Opening Shot and Rangefinder. Personally, I'm really hoping Xur sells Opening Shot sometime soon. My favorite perk on the Hawkmoon is Surplus. And then lastly, the only grip I would stay away from is Combat Grip, because you really don't need that increase in recoil control. Alright, Dream Team, I really hope you appreciate me going over the rolls. Let me know what rolls you're looking for on the Hawkmoon. If you like video games and memes, do not forget to subscribe to Collateral Dreams. I will catch you guys next time. Laters.